Friday, February 23rd, and this last Friday of the month finds us here at Liberty Hall. And what better place to be to celebrate Jamaica Day? Join us as we celebrate Jamaica's cultural and natural heritage. Liberty Hall, by the way, is located at 76 King Street in downtown Kingston. This monument mirrors the name of the Irish independence movement, a faction greatly admired by our revolutionary national hero, Marcus Garvey. Hi, I'm Audrey Williams, and welcome to this Irish edition of Jamaica Magazine.
Let's celebrate Jamaica to the world. Fastest man in the world. First Jamaican woman to win gold in Olympic 100-meter sprint. An upcoming global superstar. Mouth-watering meals. And a vibrant set of people. We are Jamaicans. Let's get together and bring back the love.
Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Friday, February 23. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says his administration is committed to an increased focus on wind and solar technology as it moves to incorporate more sources of renewables into the country's energy supply. He says this is integral to achieving energy security.
We are now at approximately 18% of our electricity needs being generated by renewables. We are on track to being able to supply 30% of our electricity needs using renewables. And that would ensure that Jamaica has a real energy security.
The Prime Minister was speaking at Thursday's ceremony to rename Petrocham's corporate office complex on Marcus Garvey Drive to the Edward Seaga Building. He used the opportunity to give an assurance that government was working to upgrade the oil refinery, pointing out that financial commitments had been made towards achieving this objective.
I want to assure the country that the government is doing everything possible to ensure that our refinery is upgraded to being one of the most modern refineries in the region to supply not just our energy needs, but the energy needs of the region.
Still on energy, Portfolio Minister Andrew Wheatley on Wednesday launched the Petroleum Corporation of Jamaica's Energy Efficiency and Conservation EEC Standards Guide for the public sector. The guide documents the EEC standards to which ministries, departments, and agencies will be held accountable to the ongoing drive to reduce electricity consumption. The book will also outline procedures for the procurement and management of energy-efficient goods and services for public sector entities.
It is my hope that this Energy Efficiency and Conservation Standards Guide will be a benchmark for assessing the implementation of all our energy-related systems. I must add that I think that this is important, very important for us as we fight against high energy costs, high energy usage, not only here in government, but in the wider landscape, especially within our communities and specifically within our homes.
The Energy Efficiency and Conservation Standards Guide will be made available in April free of cost. In other news, $300 million will be spent to rehabilitate the Bodles Research Station in Old Harbour, St. Catherine in the new financial year. This was outlined in the 2018-19 Estimates of Expenditure, which is currently before the House of Representatives. The work will be implemented by the Ministry of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries and will involve renovating selected facilities at the station and building the capacity of livestock research personnel. Also outlined in the estimates is $150 million for the Agricultural Competitiveness Program Bridging Project. This project aims to address structural challenges in the local agricultural sector, and funds will cover the construction of farm access roads and water channels, procurement of land surveying consultancy services, and establishment of a project implementation unit. $146.6 million has been allocated in the next fiscal year's budget to continue government safety and security program in schools. Among the targets for the period are the reduction of antisocial and violent behavior among youth and launch of a behavior change media campaign. The health and family life education curriculum will also be reviewed to include human trafficking. In addition, 7 schools are to be fenced, 6 parenting hubs established, and homework centers created in 12 schools. This project, which is a partnership of Jamaica's Education Ministry and the United States Agency for International Development, will conclude in July 2019. Interventions to date include the provision of 4 walk-through and 130 handheld metal detectors for schools, along with the installation of 16 CCTV camera systems. And finally, young people are being encouraged to initiate strategies that will assist in building the country's resilience against climate change. This call comes from Minister without Portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Daryl Vaz. His message was delivered by Government Senator Matthew Samuda at the launch of a climate change and disaster risk reduction sensitization project on Wednesday.
Your enthusiasm, imagination, and energy are invaluable to the process of acting locally but thinking globally. I urge you, therefore, to immerse yourselves fully in this project. Encourage you to think of new ways that you can spread the message about environmental stewardship and about adapting to and mitigating climate change impacts.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.
I wonder where Chantal is. You know me can't find him for Wait. I know when they know. Watch me, honey. Hey Chantal, where you watch? GIS.
No most you know say that the program are the best.
Them always the places where you have progress. I'm here to them there. Don't me now forget.
I most Manchester's finest.
Hey, hide the remote, not change the station. Cause we soon come back with more information from the school and the station where you're number one. From the school and the program where you're number one.
Nutritious food, succulent dishes, superior workmanship, and excellent service. Jamaica is on the go. Let's grow what we eat and eat what we grow. Let's harness the indomitable spirit of our most valued resource, our people. Let's support our local businesses. After all, buying Jamaican means building Jamaica.
So I don't have to repeat the phrase, Jamaicans lickle, but we, you know. Yeah, take a look.
This is Jamaica. This is our land.
The allure of the landscape, the white coral sands, the sea-carved cliffs of the shorelines, the warm free spirit of the people beckons tenderly to natives and visitors alike. This natural paradise of over 4,000 square miles is home to about 2.7 million English-speaking inhabitants, principally of African roots. Jamaicans are a sport-loving people. Cricket, track and field, and football are among the most popular spectator sports. The strength and resilience of the people are embodied in world-class athletes, such as Asafa Powell, Veronica Campbell-Brown, Shelley and Fraser-Price, and Usain Lightning Bolt. The vibrant city of Kingston, the country's capital, is built around the 7th largest natural harbor in the world and is the center of economic and political life. The second city, Montego Bay, is a virtual tourist mecca. The magnificent mountains that form a ridge across the length of the country are home to the more than 300 species of herbs, plants and animals and are endemic to the country. Towering some 7,500 feet above sea level is the Blue Mountain's highest peak, the cradle of the world's best tasting coffee. Jamaica's economic policies encourage foreign investment in areas that earn or save foreign exchange, generate employment, and use local raw materials. The entire economy revolves around a well-developed financial services sector that operates on international best practice standards. The Financial Services Commission, FSC, as well as the Bank of Jamaica, regulate and supervise the industry. Cross-border trading with other markets in the Caribbean underscores the depth of the market. The Port of Kingston has the 7th largest natural harbor in the world and is the premier trading hub of the Caribbean. The two international airports, Norman Manley in Kingston and Sangston in Montego Bay, allow easy entry and exit from the island and are complemented by a well-organized, on-the-ground transport system. A comprehensive healthcare system that promotes physical, mental, social and spiritual well-being is the foundation on which the country seeks to enhance the quality of life for all its people. Jamaica is a country infused with pride in its unique history, stunning landscape and influential culture. It has much to offer its people and the curious traveler. The beauty of nature and the creative spirit of the Jamaican people have combined to shape a nation and country that is one of the most beautiful in the world.
Let's get together and feel alright.
But dear man, this is a nice place you have here, man. Swimming pool, tennis court, gym. This must cost you a fortune.
Fortune? No, man. This is what they call a strata. Everybody owns a piece, and we are sharing the ownership of the common area.
Strata? Explain to me how that works.
A strata is an ownership arrangement where each owner owns the inside of his or her own space. Everything else is shared, which include the roof, the pool, the tennis court, the walkways, even the parking areas. But there's usually a maintenance fee for all of that though.
For more information on strata living, contact the Commission of Strata Corporations.
Every year since 2001, Jamaica Day has been observed on the last Friday in February. It's a mini-series of events that highlight and celebrate our rich cultural heritage. Let's watch this next feature to find out why we observe Jamaica Day.
Seasoned rice, vegetable rundown, banana cake, cornmeal pudding, drops and gizzada.
And which one of them is your favorite?
Drops.
It helps you to remember back on the history so that you may celebrate and be respectful and appreciative of what happened in the past.
A display of black, green and gold, smiling faces all around, vibrant performances, and all things Jamaican on display. This is how students across the island celebrate Jamaica Day in schools each year.
As a country, we are continuing to move in the right direction in ensuring that our culture, through Jamaica Day, remains one of the flagships of the Ministry of Education and by extension the rest of the country.
Jamaica Day is part of the Culture in Education program, which is run by the Ministry of Education. It dates its first observance in schools to the year 2001. The aim?
Jamaica Day is an annual event designed to contribute to citizenship education and to enhance the appreciation for Jamaica's rich heritage and culture, which builds positive identity in our students and by extension, our nation.
It includes stories about the tenacity of our ancestors, our heroes, those who fought and triumphed in the face of great adversity, those who have imparted in us that indomitable spirit and will to be great in everything we touch, whether it be sport, music, academia, the arts, or any other pursuit.
The theme for Jamaica Day each year starts with the phrase, celebrating Jamaica.
Yes, celebrating what makes us unique as Jamaicans, what makes us stand out, what makes everyone else around the world have to agree that we liquor, but with talawa.
We are reinforcing the fact that Jamaica is more than just a one-day public showing. It is more than just a grand concert. When we hear of the arts, we think of dance, drama, music, drawing, painting, the visual and performing arts. This year, we have asked our schools not to limit themselves to these areas, but to also focus generally on the cultural and creative industries.
As Montego said, out of many one people.
God knows how much I've tried, the truth I cannot hide. To keep you
the business process outsourcing BPO sector, employing more than 6,000 Jamaicans, putting the youth at work.
The kinds of work we are doing right now in Jamaica through our 40 companies established in this industry include applications like Netflix, applications like Amazon. So you're speaking to people about their credit cards. We are doing applications like tech support. So if you have a problem with your iPhone, iMac, or laptop, technical questions, those questions are being answered in some of our BPO operations. That's not a sweatshop.
Humana has over 400 agents here that when people call the US to query about their health plan, those calls are being handled in Jamaica. That's not low-end, you're working for one of the largest healthcare companies in the world.
The local BPO industry, creating employment, boosting the economy.
As we nurture our cultural heritage today, let's take a look at how the legacy of one of our cultural ambassadors is being preserved. I'm talking about a lady who helped to spread the Jamaican dialect across major platforms globally. That story is next.
This long time, girl, we never see you.
You're just walking up and down like my auntie Rachel said. Keep by your mouth, the girl tree. Make your food so Liza, spread out yourself.
I've learned that people will forget what you have said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel. Miss Lou made us feel happy, proud to be who we are.
When you're talking to me, talking Jamaican. I mean, for saying you're blind.
I wheel right through the gate, you see, man, and all the call them call, I wouldn't look. I don't business in them cascas. For my life is open book. Oh.
On October 20, 2016, 10 years after her death in 2006, Jamaica's queen of social commentary peppered with laughter is again allowing us an unfettered view into her life. Documents she donated to the National Library of Jamaica upon her migration to Toronto, Canada in the latter years of her life have been archived and officially launched for public consumption.
Memories are essential to our humanity. And as human beings, we have an innate need to remember the past.
We must record our stories, and we must preserve and protect our heritage and our history.
With the archives now at the National Library, it will facilitate keeping the memories of Miss Lou alive, and that we do not forget what she did and how she did it.
Louise Bennett was a profoundly influential figure in the development of Jamaican self-confidence.
She taught us to value the creation of our people, to accept our ways of expression, to celebrate our unique Jamaican swag and spirit, and to be confident in who we are. Therefore, Miss Lou will not and cannot be confined to our glorious past. She is still very relevant today.
Thank you.
Through this new resource, Miss Lou Archives, we get a glimpse into the life of this Jamaican cultural icon as we have never ever seen before. The Miss Lou Archives presents the personal collection of unpublished material including photographs, recordings, diaries, letters, and drafts in her own handwriting and other artifacts. It adds to the vast trove of works by Jamaicans and about Jamaica, which is housed here at the National Library of Jamaica.
So much was donated that the newly unveiled catalogue represents only about 80% of what is available. Much more is still to be catalogued from the personal papers of Miss Lou's husband, Eric Coverley, who was himself a theatre legend.
Today, not only are we celebrating Miss Lou, but we are celebrating Eric Coverley. We have to recognize the part that he has played. He also was an extremely creative individual.
The Miss Lou and Eric Coverley Archives is located in the Special Collections Department of the National Library. The collection is organized into 10 main series, which are further divided into other sub-series.
You will be able to access it online. However, to view the documents, you will need to come to the National Library of Jamaica. Clients can consult the archive, you can make notes, but when you must acknowledge where you got the information from. In order for you to get copies, to use in a publication or any other form of reproduction, you must contact Miss Lou's estate.
Miss Lou was selfless and operated in the premise that she would not hide her talent under a bushel, but to share it not only with her fellow Jamaicans, but persons all over the world.
She was Jamaica. We didn't think she would be going anywhere. As a matter of fact, we thought she would be with you forever. And in the form of her papers, she is with us forever.
I wish not for preeminence nor grand prize in a lottery, but power to express my whims and thoughts in poetry.
Accept on madness. Accept on madness. Madness is the successor of hard work. Hard work is hard work. Therefore, if the madness is the successor of hard work, who are the maddest person here?
You're just walking up and down like my auntie Rachel said. Keep by your mouth, the girl tree. You make your fool so lies. Spread out yourself.
Long time, girl, me never see you. Come let me hold you hand. It is a long time, girl, me never see you. Come let me hold you hand. We'll have John Cross, sit down,
Jamaica as we know it now was born out of an influence of African, English, Indian, Chinese, and other cultures. This mix has created a kaleidoscope of faces, tastes, experiences that are enjoyed by all Jamaicans and envied by the world. We exude tenacity in our practices from a culture that influences, strengthens, and breaks down barriers and low expectations. There can be no surprise at the resilience of our people. The same people that fought against slavery and oppression and who now form an independent nation. This Jamaica Day, let's try to be more like our forefathers. Let's emulate Marcus Garvey and strive for the best in our Jamaicanness, making Jamaica the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business.
Children, a brighter tomorrow. Let's renew our pledge to God as we work to heal our land and fellow man.
across Jamaica
for righteousness.
Let's
join hands across Jamaica
for righteousness.
Let's join hands.
spending time with us. The proverb that we leave with you today is, a fast make a Nancy their house top. What does this mean? It is because the spider, a Nancy, is inquisitive, and that's why he's in your ceiling. Remember to keep up to date with the latest government information. Join us online at jis.gov.jm. And you may also watch our programs on our YouTube channel and check out our various social media platforms. You may catch us again tomorrow on this very station at the same time. Until then, I'm Audrey Williams. Take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.